Alright, so welcome to some more God of Yotei. After we played Southern 47 a bit more on Wednesday. Today, ideally finish that map too. We already did basically everything here and there. And if we finish that one, we can then go into this territory here. So, main thing here, as you can see also from the stream title, right, is that part here. We are going after Lord Saito's training fortress. I assume that the quest in the north we have here for the Kitsune is probably leading us to the north anyway, since they said he is hiding in the ridge. I assume we also won't get Lord Saito himself. Maybe his sons, maybe not. I'm not sure. But I assume we will be maybe finding out a secret or where he is or something else and topple that training camp. And then we probably find Saito in the last region, I think. The something harbor in the southwest. Probably. I don't know, but probably. I think it's a pretty good guess. The question is more like where his sons will be, because we already know that the Kitsune is in this Teshu Ridge part, right? So, not sure where the sons will be. Maybe in the wilderness? Would be kind of fitting, because this basically was a starter area, right? Then here we took down the Oni, and here... Actually, we took down nobody, right? Yeah, we took down nobody so far. But maybe we find the sons in the training fortress then. Or one of them at least. Would be kind of fitting if we kill one in each territory, besides the first tutorial stage, let's say. Okay, let's see how we can infiltrate that fortress. Will we actually infiltrate it, or can we just storm it, or what's possible here? Speak the words. Okay, so use a password. The Oni is dead. Tough luck, buddy. The words, they said. I'm not sure if you had heard the words already. It could have been. But if so, I clearly forgot about them. It's a bit weird though, because they always say that they take basically everyone, and suddenly apparently they need a password. But what do I know, right? Oh, well, they're shooting guns at least, so maybe we actually do find the sons there. The gate here looks locked, but let me just check if maybe there's an alternative way in. Probably not. The game is awfully gamey in these regards, in that they need to follow you a certain way. And just finding an alternative way is usually not a thing. Well, let's see. Oh, we have a password then.
また牙研ぎて戻り込むとせん。
正しい。通ってよし。
A bit weird though. The Shogun of the North is how he thinks of himself, is Lord Saito.
よくぞ我らに加わってくれた。生まれは蝦夷地か？本土か？
生まれは蝦夷地。 本土で磨いた。あ
あ、お前女だったか。
それがどうした？
悲願を果たすためなら斎藤様は誰でも受け入れる。忠義を尽くす限りな。お前は運がいい。我らの働きを見に直々に出向いてください。
Oh, he is here personally. Yeah, but no way we kill him here. Would be much too early, right?
怨霊と呼ばれてる女だろう。お前
Oh, come on, really? What do you mean infiltrate when we directly start fighting? I mean... Well, anyways, from how the game goes, right, it's very hard on the tropes. So I guess the highest target will probably be not easily killed in the middle of the game. It might surprise me, but like I said, the game is hard on the tropes, very hard. So I would be really surprised. Right, I love throwing weapons, it's so cool. Best part of the game. I don't even know why I like it so much, to be honest, but I just do. Anyways, move quickly and quietly, right? Kill everyone in this camp. Let's see. Okay. We kill these two with a chain assassination. And then there was someone here too. Nobody will survive this. I'm making very sure of that. Now, there's no way it's up there. But it certainly looked like there's something on the side also. Let's see. I guess that was unneeded, but it's fun to do, so it's good. Oh, the blood. Or rather, the blood sounds. Sadly, that means I threw the last weapon I had easy access to. Alright. Let's see what we can do in this part. Ah. Let's see, there are two of them. They look in every direction, I think. So even if I would come up from behind them, they would still see me. There is one way, possibly. Namely, if you come from here, maybe? Hehe. I'm not sure if it should have worked, but it did work. Come on. Chain assassination, go. Not bad. So they're all dead, as they should be. This means we should be able to progress unseen. And so far we killed everyone. Always very good. Oh, come on. Let's see. There doesn't seem to be anyone right here. Kind of a bit weird that there is nobody. Is this a trap? It probably is a trap, right? Another gate. I mean, it's also a training camp. I bet you don't see anyone. A bit weird that they have a way here. It kind of looks to me like we would be fleeing, and that would be the way how we flee. Nice moves here, Atsu. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it will be something like that. We open the door and we have to flee. We flee from there. You'll see. The game tends to be quite predictable after all.
他の道を
Locked!
探すか
Okay, then in that case, it's the thing we saw at the side. And suddenly now we can do something. Ah, it actually... What we could have done earlier already, just jump. Oh, there he is. Lord Saito. Saito? Saito.
見つけたぞ
The leader of the Yotei 6. Open spyglass. I don't think we'll be seeing anything more besides that.
砦の奥に行くほかねえな
Yeah, no shit, Atsu.
壁に穴がある向こう側へ抜けられそうだ
Yeah, well, can we not just kill everyone too? We could do a standoff actually. This is, there are 2 people here. I think, is there someone here? Yes, they are. Okay, we could do a standoff, yeah, but there are quite a few of them. So I wonder, is there an alternative way maybe? Can we assassinate them simply? I mean, nobody's looking at me actually. I'm on a patrol, so we can... If we can wait until this guy goes somewhere else, maybe? I thought there was a person here too. I'm just standing around, not moving. There are a few again. Yeah, seems to not move. Please stay that way, buddy. Okay, chain assassination. Perfect. This is how it's supposed to be. Ah, there's someone, I knew it. Alright, makes 4 dead inside. Haha. Okay, 3 of them. Well, this guy apparently looks in my direction. If we can kill him, there's a good chance we can go to the other 2 or 3 even. Did they see me? Yeah, they see me. Okay, Unreal Oil, a hole. God damn it. Why are you so tough, man? How much damage do I take? Okay, we got him. Holy shit. Kind of every weapon is better than this weapon here. I see. Than the katana. God damn it. That was on me. Oh, why are there so many of you guys? That's how it's supposed to be. The assassin path. Clearly. Much better. How many people are there? I know that I cried earlier that there are not enough people. But suddenly you got so many here. Oh, would you look at that? Must have been the wind. The wind through your throat, buddy. Another one. It doesn't matter how big the weapon is that we throw, I believe. Can we actually open the door just in case you need to flee? Look at the door, it's already open. It wasn't even locked. Pretty sure Atsu said that the door is locked though. Did you not even try? Did it look too hard or what? Anyways, the door up there... Well, it's actually not locked. Well, it could be locked, but there are two guards in front of that. So, let's ensure they are dead. Just in case, you know. Plus I would like to kill everyone. You know what? Let's have a standoff. Against the last two or so. Oh, are they elite guards? Maybe. I think it was another, right? Yep. Thankfully they are not tough if you beat them in a duel, unlike in a normal gameplay where they are super tough and they need like 20,000 hits. So can we just open the door, or do we really need to sneak through? Apparently we need to really sneak through. Alright. Please don't drop your weapon. Oh, you didn't. Nice. Search the fortress for that Saito. And indeed they got muskets. Okay, now we're going to drop them though. I wonder how many people we already killed. I mean, there's a few at the entrance, right? And then at the second and third area. I think it's easily 20 people already. That's a good use of the spyglass, I would say, but I don't see anyone here. I got an alarm, but I'm not sure if they ever used that. So far, at least, as a mechanic. Okay, apparently no dragon or spider here. And what does it do again? If the weapon is aligned, then staggering gives herself, but only if the weapon is aligned, and I hate to use the sword. So, let's see, they can drop throwable weapon, which is quite nice. Stagger damage is increased. Yeah, let's take that. And then maybe a fitting head, huh? I think the spider lily head looks kinda stupid though, that is that one here. Oh, I kinda like the purple variant though. Maybe not that bad. Do you have something similar for a mask though? Something purplish? Victory shine? I mean, not exactly purple. Ah, there you go. I didn't equip it. I didn't equip it yet. There we go. You get to keep.
あいつらは新兵じゃない。油断できね
Okay, so there's this one guy here. Obviously, we're trying to kill them now. Welcome to the afterlife, buddy. Okay, can probably climb up there and see if you can get a cool hit in or something like that. Let's see. So there are 1, 2 people here at least. Oh, I thought I could climb up there. Okay, there's also one guy up there actually, looking in my direction sadly. And apparently I cannot just do that and jump over it. Okay, he's looking our way right now. I would love to kill the guy upstairs first. Oh, good moment, he's just walking away. Okay, 2 people fighting down there. I could slaughter this guy, yeah, but I would like to try and be silent about that still. That was pretty good. Now I got the 2 guys dueling there, and the few people over them are shooting. And there's this leader guy, I think, because we can only slaughter leaders. I wouldn't mind throwing a weapon on that. Oh, there's another one here. Yes, but this is the guy I'd like to kill with that. Then that one. Come on, you didn't see me, right? Well, unfortunate. For you! That is. Could you please not? I hate it when people are tough. Ah. Thankfully these guys are still fighting differently. Damari, my ass! How many are there? I mean, there can't be much left, right? Whoa! I didn't see that guy coming. Like that at all. That was kind of nice. Nice, very nice in fact. You got a scorch bomb. Okay. Could you please... Yeah. Could you please be down and sneak a little bit? I guess this guy is already dead. Some of the other clan guys here. Matsumai or so. Oh, that's unfortunate. You were saying, buddy? Let's bring the sake. Unfortunate for you. Wasn't there someone here? We're also slightly bit drunk, that's why the camera looks like this. I was pretty sure there was someone else here. Or did we accidentally kill him already? Well, let's collect some rewards for good work. I guess we killed the other guy then by accident already. Didn't even notice how it happened, but apparently it did happen. Let's take another sake and get another one for free, so that our spirit is a bit higher. Not much going on besides that, I guess. Yep, and I think we got them all. The whole camp cleansed. And we need to sneak through again after we take another chest for us. But yeah, this time we dropped. No, we didn't drop the weapon. Oh, very good. Ah, they're talking about us. Down we go, I guess. Oh, come on, game! There you go. And yeah, by now I think we get around 35 people or so. Do we actually attack this Saito guy? Surely not. Was that him? I guess we will just jump in with a dozen guys. Oh. How unexpected. Oh wait. He just hit you once. He got you? Who knew, right? Who knew? I remember that sword. What? Walk with me? I killed everyone in your camp besides these 5 people. You haven't been kind to us, you murderous ass. She's a woman. I don't think women are allowed to be samurais. I mean, they could be fighters maybe. I know that there were Naginata units, but even though there was more like a prestige project, let's say. But I don't think women were ever really samurais. You say the same because you go around killing the wolves, right? Oh god, I'm going to die so often now. It won't be pretty. It won't be pretty. Bitch! I hate it that I can only deal with like 1 hit or so. And he can like take 20,000 hits, you know? I hate it so much. And yeah, I'm going to do it a lot of times. Yeah, I guess... Oh god. I mean, he's doing damage like a final boss, because I die in 2 hits. But I don't think he's a final boss yet, or maybe even if he win, you know? God damn it. Even if we win, he will probably survive. Thankfully it runs close. God damn it. You know what's funny, Jostro? You're probably right. You're probably right. I mean, I could lower the difficulty, but I think he's beatable on hard here. He says... What combo is that? He never made this 5 combo so far. Yeah, just parry more noob, right? Man, I hate parry. Especially since the glint is not helping, you know? Because sometimes he attacks immediately, and then right now, right? With the swing, for example, or with the intro right now, it takes forever until he actually hits. So then I'm already dead because I clicked in the wrong moment. You need to click at the exact right moment, or else you fail. But since the attack is always delayed, you know, I keep getting hit so often. If the glint would only be when you need to click, right? That would be much better. But the glint is when he starts the attack, not when he's going to hit. Like right now. Delayed again. No! Fuck! I hate it that it's delayed, man. See, right now, it blinked, but he actually attacked from above or so. So he twisted God damn it. He twisted his spear. And that's why I got hit. And that really sucks. The glint should be when you need to click, and not when he starts the attack, but doesn't end the attack, you know. Fucker, man! Again delayed. Why is this always delayed? I hate it, man. Fuck. Fuck! No! I was so close! Also, the enemy is basically never staggered. That's a very big problem for me too. That I attack him, and in the same moment he attacks me, or like a millisecond later, his attack lands because they are not staggered. God damn it, man. Why am I even attacking? And he just attacks me anyways during the attack. That means I need to... That's probably my biggest problem actually with the fighting here. Because that means that I need to endure his attacks first, so I can attack on my own. So I cannot really be aggressive and only need to be reactive, you know? See? Right now I got a combo going even, but he hits me once and stops my combo from that. But he himself, he doesn't really care about that.
その棒切れを捨てて刀を抜きやがれ。
お主の相手はこれで十分。武士の名折れは避けたいのでな。斉藤様、発売する。もう破りました。
There goes my alcohol, man.
つけねばな、狼の姫。
So, if the enemy would be staggered, and I mean actually staggered and not the yellow stuff here, then that would be cool. You know what? How about you don't have a weapon, bastard?
刀を抜きやがれ。
お主の相手はこれで十分。武士の名折れは避けたいのです。斉藤様、発売するが門を破りました。決着をつけねばな、狼の姫。その技、覚えがあるぞ。半兵衛はどうした？
生きてる。
あっとのごとく逃げおったがな。
My God. Man, this fucking delays. These I'm sorry, the effing delays in between the in between his normal attacks. That just make it so bad. Right now, did you see that? I jumped in and he just stops my attack with his attack, and I can never do that, sadly. It's not allowed for me. god! I was one good attack break away from winning this fight. Ah! I suspend duel? I suspend your life. Oh no, he suspended my life, man. Honestly, I blame the game, man. With all these fucking delays in between the attacks. That's the worst, because you see the blue stuff, and that usually means click immediately or you get hit. At least when you play on hard, right? But against this guy, nah, it's a delay, and you get hit and die. And that damage, man. You need to hit them 5,000 times, and you take 2 hits and are dead. And I know I play on hard, but it just feels like it's... Ah, god damn it. But it just feels like it's, you have a damage sponge, you know? Did you see how long the blue was there? And it took like 1.5 or 2 seconds until he finally did this. No, it's just a normal boss. All bosses are like that. And the issue is simply the delay. See, right now, the second to fourth blue attack, right? I needed to click immediately, or else I would be hit. Like, or also like here. And then this here, for example, half a second delay. Why is the game doing that? That's really... It's really bad, man. Because right now I try to wait a little bit, maybe to see what happens, you know. But the problem was, then I of course get immediately hit by those attacks that are not instantaneous. And one attack, I'm dead. It's just the stupidest way to do a hard mode, in my opinion. Hard fights are nice, sure, because hopefully the enemy is skilled. But just up the damage that they do, so that you have 2 hits before you die, and the enemy needs 1,000 hits. That's of course a great design, right? So yeah, I'm very unhappy with how they do the hard mode here. And again, I attacked him. He attacked me during that, and I got hit. No, I just do it on medium. I've had it. I probably could take him, but it just feels like an HP sponge, you know, and I don't want to do that. It's that what makes the least fun if you play like that, or if you have to play like that, just whittling down the tons of HP, you know. Because they get more health, they get more damage reduction, they get harder to parry attacks, and you do less damage in addition to that.
お主の相手はこれで十分。お主の名俺は避けたいのでな。
Ah yeah, also the anti-stagger stuff is on hard in also. If you play on medium, you have sometimes already often that the enemy is actually stopping their attacks because you hit them. And that doesn't happen at all on hard. And that's... I mean, it is hard, yeah, of course. But... how should I say? It's not the fun kind of hard, you know? Just give him a quicker attacks or so. But leave the damage how it is. See? And actually, you saw his hit points, right? So, when we had one of our tries, we basically had him already. It was like 2 or 3 hits even. So on our best try on hard, we basically had him already. Which is kinda crazy actually. But yeah, I just don't like it when hard mode means gives them more HP. Make them HP sponges and make them do more damage instead of cooler stuff. Like Neo, for example, right? In Neo, it's true they also have tons of HP, but the bigger danger is that they are more aggressive, they gain more skills and stuff like that. Yeah, honestly, it is like that. I mean, you know, I was bitching a little bit in the fight, right? But you could see it, right? The blue glint, which means you need to parry. Wait. Now he attacks. Huh. Click too early, got hit. Blue glint, immediately attacks. You waited, because earlier, right? You get hit. So that means you need to learn his attacks. But I don't want to learn his attacks. Also, we're kind of muddy apparently. I mean, I'm not playing Sekiro. It's not a Dark Souls game. I don't want to learn the attacks of every single boss to perfectly react. That's not what this game, in my opinion at least, is about. So sure, make the fights a bit tougher because maybe he hits you harder, or maybe he has an additional attack or something like that. That's fine, you know? But just don't up him to some kind of Dark Souls boss, because that is not Dark Souls. It doesn't work like that for me. And if I wanted to play Dark Souls, I would play Dark Souls. So basically why I like a challenge, and that's why I like to play on hard, it still needs to make sense, you know? It must fit to the game. And I don't think how they made the hard mode here is fitting to the rest of the game. Not at all. Okay, enough bitched. Let's take a look at the trainings camp. I think it should be taken over by the Matsume or taken down. But yeah, I think I'm just going to play on normal now. I could probably do it, and I mean, we basically already had him, right? Because when he died right now, or when the fight ended, let's say, right? He had like 15-20% HP left, right? And I think on our boss try we had him on around 25 or even lower. It was literally like 1 or 2 hits away, so it's not like I can't do it, but you're doing it for a long time and try to play it perfectly and whatever, not right? And yeah, you know. Like you said, it's Sekiro on hard. And I don't think you need to have that.
出し物があるかもよ。拾ったばかりの品見るかい？やっぱりそれ気に入った？これから忙しく。
Anything else that we can get for gear? No, huh? So yeah, I think they overdid it with the heart. It's a bit too hard. And I think if they wanted to do something that is super hard, where you need to dodge basically every single attack, so that's why you got the lethal mode. Which basically makes it so that, besides having a very high death armor, you will be dying in one hit or so. And what we had here right now was the exactly same thing, basically, right? We could take one hit, and a second hit would kill us. That is how the lethal mode worked in the first game, when you got good armor. And remember that super boss, the Takeso guy? That guy was one-shotting us. He was one-shotting us with every single hit on hard. He was one-shotting us with every single hit on normal. And even on easy, 2 hits and we were dead. And he had a dual katana and attacked like twice in a second. So, you know, a bit crazy. I get it that it can be hard and so on and so forth, right? But it should be fitting to the game, right? Let me read first. I know trading, yeah, okay, that's very nice. So yeah, I think I'm not sure what they wanted to do. I think they wanted to have cool boss fights, which they didn't have as much, let's say, in the first game. But I think they completely jumped the shark. They overdid it. I will be traveling north, maybe. But I would like to explore the rest here first. Maybe find a few things here and there. You know, actually, I haven't played Sekiro on my own. I watch a few people play it here and there, right? Maybe I should play it. And you know when was the last time when I played a game that was parry heavy, and I needed to parry every single attack, and every single attack at every single boss or monster was different? That was Wo Long. And I hated how the parry worked. Fury? I actually don't know what it is. I think I was told about it, but I actually don't know that. Wo Long was a very nice looking game. And in a setting that interests me. Oh, fucking. But the same issue as here, actually. Every single boss and every single monster, in fact, in Wo Long had their own attacks, and you want also ideally to parry them all, because then you can also break their stance or something like that. I don't remember exactly how it was, but again, they delayed attacks all the freaking time. So you see the glinting or something like that in Wo Long, for example, of a stupid tiger, for example. And then you think, okay, now I need to click my my counter thingy. And then he holds his freaking power for a second or two. And of course then you get hit, because he already tried to do the parry. And that was the case for for every single boss. And every boss has had like 3, 4, 5 attacks like these. And that was my biggest problem, because when I came back for the first DLC of Wo Long, I had forgotten how the bosses exactly work with their attacks. And so basically every single attack hit me, because I didn't know the exact right timing, which is of course higher, or tighter on higher difficulties, because why not? And that wasn't fun. And right now, I also didn't have any fun with the hard bosses here, because you also need to parry it in the exact right time on hard. And if you get hit, you die. Or nearly die, have your second hit available. Die in a second hit then. And if you play on medium, then not only can your attacks stop their attacks, which for some reason isn't a thing on hard, but you also have a bit more time to actually do the parry, so the parry window is not as tight. It's still not super easy. I mean, I nearly died earlier when I first did to medium, right? And if I wouldn't have known how the attacks mostly work, I would have died. Which, to be fair, well, would be fair. Because you still need to learn it a little bit. And I think this is okay for a game like this here. But, you know. And I know I keep repeating myself, but I just think they overdid the hard mode. And they overdid certain bosses, like Takeso completely. They shouldn't be in a game like this at all. Hold on. Normally you need to follow these lanterns here. But... there's nothing here, right? Yeah. Ah, okay, there. Not a floor we didn't have yet. Where do you want me to go though, game? Is it over there? Maybe? Ah. Yeah. I kinda didn't see that. And I think I said it once already, but this game basically makes you wanna play Ghost of Tsushima again. And I'm not sure if that's a good idea, if that's a good thing, because, well, shouldn't the new game be like, oh, what a good game it is, right? But instead you want to play the old game again. Because you see things that remind you of the old game and think, yeah, the old game kind of did this and that better a little bit, so, you know. It kind of feels like what they did. They had a few ideas, a few very nice ideas, but they don't fit together as nicely as in the first game, I think. Like, I very much like that we got 5 different weapons. I love it, in fact. It's great. But I don't like that we have the scissor, stone, paper mechanism here. That you need to use katanas against katanas, that you need to use the big slow weapon against big slow guys. I would rather just use a weapon that I like, you know, and then use a weapon that I like. And to be fair, we can still do that, but you get penalized for that. Because it's less effective. Now the old game had something similar. They had fight stances, basically. And if someone with a shield would like to use that, if something has a spear, you should ideally use that. But it didn't feel as punishing as it feels in here. And you always use the sword anyways, right? So just switching the stance, it didn't play that super differently, in my eyes at least. But if you have your favorite weapon, right, then you want to use your favorite weapon, and you kinda can't do that, which is kinda sucky.
この先では些細な油断が命取りになるぞ。てめえは危険を感じてないようだが、
And the sub quests you can do here, the side quests, right? They also suck because they're all a
てめえ
trope.
の村は北にあるのか
Every single time, you know already what happens or what will happen, because there's a very clever quiz that you guess from the start.
和人はわらべのようなものか
このヤウンモシリいやお前らが言うエゾチはわしらが村を作り交易を重ね人を増やしたその暮らしを弱さ戦に強さを見出すのはわらべだ
他に道がなかったわらべもいるさ
And I also don't like how the Ainu are portrayed there. They are like the noble savages here.
わしは大人だからな
You know, the noble wise savages. I'm not sure if that was needed.
川下と比べてここの寒さは答えるな厄介からは避けろシットライヌコタンへ交易に来るといい皆で迎え入れてやるから
Yeah, because only children would fight, right?
そうか
Which of course is bullshit. Hey, give me another. Give me another. Okay. Because of course the Ainu would never fight, you know, right? They are enlightened people.
地図のご入り用地を指ししますばって
新しい地図はあるか
どうぞ確かめてくれんですか
I like the maps
どうぞ
though.
恋バ
They're not crazy, but it's just kind of fun trying to figure out where they fit in, you know? I mean, the walls seem to be pretty small, actually. It looked big because of the lake and this part here. Hold on. Look at this part here. Surely you must be able to reach that somehow on your own, right? There's a whole part of the map here. How can I reach that? Can I just go down?
来いしばき行けしばき
Or will I be blocked somehow? Okay, I can climb up here. Well, that doesn't really interest me though, not yet. The part that's interesting to me is much further in. Ah, a bow. Sure, buddy. No, wrong part. Down? Please put it away. Now, are you going to show me something? Well, I figured that part already out, so no. And I guess we can't go back all the way to there, which means we need to go to here, for example, and start swimming, I guess. So I would like to go to here. Oh, can I even do that? Oh, I can't. Ah, but I can go to here. That definitely works somehow. Oh, the horse threw me down. I guess we're going swimming a little bit. If you can, that is. What do you mean? Come on! Surely you're not going to drown me. Sadly, Atsu hasn't learned to stay above water, it seems. Can the ferry maybe... I mean, how do I reach that part here then? Maybe if we go via the west side here? Well, no, we need to go to here somehow. I guess I could follow the shrine again? Let's see if that works. Oh, that didn't work. But I fell down like an idiot. Are we going to drown again? Maybe. Okay, that looks a bit better now. Man, we should play Rise of Ronin or so. Then we could have our glider. Okay, so this was where we were earlier, right? With going to the one quest here, to the shrine. In fact, now we're only here. My hope is we follow that along enough. Maybe there's a way where we can then swim over. If I can see this correctly, you basically need to go to where the shrine ends. Not necessarily ends, right? Well, actually it does. Yes, where it does end, because it ends up there somewhere. And I wonder if we can maybe reach this island in the middle that is a little bit visible. Because here, maybe we can reach that somehow, you know? Well, it is something. I can't see it right now because stupid weather. A bit to the right, maybe? I think I can see it. Where was it? I saw the tree right for a second or two. Yeah, here, there's the island. Can we reach that from here? I don't really see another way, sadly. Because the other stuff is super far away. Well, we're probably going to die anyways. Oh, it's a mechanic like in World of Warcraft or so. If you're too far away, you're going to drown automatically. Okay. That sucks. How am I supposed to reach that location then? Can I ask the ferry to take me to there instead? Is that a thing? Because clearly we can't reach it from here. And we also cannot reach it from the other location. But here is something, right? You can see the space on the map. Well, maybe it will be story related that we simply wake up there because reasons. Oh, buddy, can you drive me somewhere else? No, apparently not. Shame. Real shame. Do you mean fast travel not available?
船お出ししましょうか。
I guess we have to then.
それではすぐに。
Alright.
よし
Let's ignore the weird Ainu woman and go to the shrine to learn another skill point. This is clearly more important. In fact, I don't give a shit about the Ainu actually. Sure, they are there, but I really don't like how they are portrayed as the wise people and the evil colonizer slash settler that don't know shit and agree with whatever else. Like it's binary, you know, between good and bad. I actually do feel like a little bit preached too. Huh. I didn't mind it at first, but it's just as every single quest is a trope. Every single interaction is like, yeah, we are nice, open people. We don't know war. We don't fight. We like everyone. But the others, they are not like us. You know? And maybe someone would say, yeah, we don't really fight like that. Didn't have resource issues or so, right? Sure. But everyone of the Ainu says that. And it's like they really need to tell you that. Makes you... Altogether, let's say, it's a bit preachy, you know? Also here. Nice. Let's get the position thingy. Based in some other map, we found some Ainu musician, and he wants to give us a song or so as help. But for some reason he couldn't do it where he was, instead we had to reach the location here. Yeah, I hate them. I hate all the natives. Glory to the colonizers. What the Fire Nation did was good. No, jokes aside. It's just preachy, you know? Because, like I said, like every single quest is a trope, and you always know what's going to happen. Every time you talk to the Ainu, it's something like, yeah, we accept everyone, yeah, we don't do wars or so. And they say that every time. And all together, you know, it's like they are not their own people, but a story someone else would like you to know. Because they keep saying the same thing every time. Independent of the person. And instead it's more like, yeah, there is one group, they're all the same. This is how they act. Yeah, they don't say that. They don't say that. They're open to everyone, you know? They don't have a problem with outsiders. They love outsiders. Everyone is welcome. If only the outsiders would not fight and wage war, which is something that the Ainu would never do, you know? Because only children do that. Only children fight. Literal quote from the woman earlier. The woman that we're supposed to meet here. Only children fight. That's literally what she said.
どうした？
ああ、来てくれたのか。新たに曲を練っていたんだが、お前が来る前に形にしておきたかった。
But we are going to help him by dropping our instrument again.
トンコリを壊されたことに繋がってるのか？
うまく話せないことなんだ。
お母がよく言ってた。三味線から逃げてはいけないと。トンコリも同じじゃないか？
そうだな。
それなら弾いてみないか。
Together. Yeah.
俺たちの曲作りはたゆたう流れを探る旅。
そのようだ。
お前覚えが早いな。俺もそう。アチャポに認められたい一心で練習した。あの人は全ての師匠だ。アチャポに学びたいやつがもう一人いてな。妬んだ俺はそいつの
Oh yeah, Akapo, by the way, is a
だから
name.
俺のは壊されたんだ。
But it's not capitalized because, I don't know, I guess Ainu names didn't have that or so. So that's why their names are not capitalized in the text here. Would be my explanation at least, because only Ainu names are not capitalized.
この手でトンコリを作って悔いの念を曲にする。それが償いになるんじゃないかと思ったんだ。
Not even the start of the sentence, which is weird to
一
me.
人ではどうしてもうまくいかない。
過ちに心が縛られてしまうことはある。一人きりだとな。それでも時は進んでいく。
たゆたう流れのように。
Thankfully they invented guitars. Because that sounds pretty bad. I wish we had the flute from the first part back.
本当だ。弾くと言葉が湧いてくる。
コタンには戻れそうなのか。
待つしかない。胸の内を聞いてくれたことを礼を言うよ。
苦しみは俺にもわかる。
俺は二単カシパと呼ばれてる。そう呼んでくれ。
See?
お前も。
Their name are always not capitalized for some reason. And they never explained it, I think. But I guess it's simply because Ainu maybe did that in their writings or so. I have no idea. No cap, yeah. They're no cap. In fact, there's low caps. Anyways, I saw some fires. Ainu Kotan, whatever. I think it's their home or so. And this is a hot spring, okay. Oh, then there's a shrine trail. Hey, FGs. Thanks for the raid. What were you playing? More Hades 2? Hold on, there was something. Ah. Maybe not. Resi 7 DLC. Is it normal that Resident Evil gets DLCs? I think I've never known of a Resident Evil that actually got a DLC. Now it is? Well, probably, right? Would be weird if they wouldn't just put one out.
その装束はどこで見つけたんだ？それはアイヌが死者のために作った装束なんだ。
それを燃やして亡くなったものを送り出す。大事な品なんだ。
これを拾ったところは襲われていたな。誰もいなかった。
大したわけもなく戦ってばかり。その服の作りには身をも
Yeah, exactly.
しかる
Jeez.
べきコタンに届けて燃やしてやろう。
ああ、頼む。
Why you do that? I take your stuff. Alright, let's see. Oh, hold on. Yeah, you have to make some bad art again. Man, the haikus were also so much better. Because you could have made very funny haikus. If you wanted to. The game didn't chastise you for that. And now here you have to just redraw what she does. And it mostly doesn't look very good either. Well, at least in my opinion. Maybe you see it differently and say, hey, that is great art, but not for me. For me, it mostly looks like something a 5-year-old could have done. Maybe I'm a bit too hard, but I don't think so. It really looks like something a child could do. Well, I wonder if I can actually find an item if we follow the wind here. Can we just jump down and survive this? Well, it looks watery. I think it would be too rocky where we find each other. So let's rather not jump down. Oh no, hold on. Ah, it's the Ainu Kotan. Yeah, no way we're going to survive this, it's not very deep. Well, it's mostly in the details, right? Both games are visually very beautiful, which is one of their main selling points to me. The fight is similar, but in the first game you had only a katana and your ninja weapons, of course. And instead of different weapons, you had different styles, basically. And that was both good and bad. The bad thing is I didn't really care to stance as much, because basically you needed to change your stance per different enemy, yeah. But if there was a style that you liked, you were mostly fine just keeping in that style, even though it wasn't very effective, right? Yeah, you don't have stances, you have got weapons now. 5, I'm missing the last one. The problem is here, you got... they're effective against certain weapon types again, so... For katana, you need to use a katana. For big boys, you need to use the odachi. For spear, you need to use the dual blades. And for dual blades, you need to use the spear. And I don't like that, because every weapon got their completely different style, right? And... I would love... if I could just use a weapon that I like most, you know? It was a bit different with the styles. Because should I play differently and sure you should maybe use this or that style for this certain enemy, but you still have a sword, you know? And it feels to me a bit different that you got different weapons now and still need to use your different weapons, different enemies, even if you really like our weapon, how our weapon feels. So, you know. I would prefer if every weapon could be used against every enemy, and you just use what you find is a cooler weapon, you know? What makes more fun for you to play. Yes, you carry all weapons all at the same time. You can switch around. No big deal. But if you use the wrong weapon against the wrong enemy, oh, the other way around, more like, right? There's not a weapon that's bad against something, but there's one weapon that's effective against other weapon types. Let's say it like that. And if you use the correct weapon type, then you do quite a bit more damage and quite a bit more stagger. And so you usually always want to do that. Yeah, that's what I'm saying, right? It's basically the same thing. The difference is just, if you do have a weapon, at least for me, right? I like maybe a weapon more, because they just play differently, right? Or maybe you just think dual swords are really cool. You like that you're attacking so quickly, right? Stuff like that. Or maybe you like the big sword because it goes boom, right? Whatever. But then you fight against an enemy that has this and that weapon, and then you better not use a weapon that you like because it's not effective. You know what I mean? That's just a small thing in the end, right? Because, yeah, of course. Yeah. And so it would be cool if you could use every weapon and they would be effective the same way. Because, well, it's your favorite weapon, let's say, right? And since the weapon work differently, because big Odachi, right? It's slow but strong, let's say. You got the dual katanas, they are very quick, but maybe they do less damage on individually, right? The Yari has maybe greater range and so on, so they still got their own special movesets, let's say. And I think it would be fine enough to simply say, you want to use a weapon with a certain moveset, and they don't need to be super strong or super weak against something else. It feels kind of a miss for me. Something else actually was also what goes very much on my nerves. You can't kill wildlife but beer. So there are wild horses, there are birds, and maybe you can kill those, I actually didn't check that. And there are, for example, these here, right? If I attack them, they don't take any damage. You can't kill them. They're just here to look nice. But the biggest thing really is the small side quest for me, I think, in comparison to 1. Sure, you didn't have always this super big, super important stuff, right? As quests in Ghost of Tsushima. No, I think you could also kill the deers, because you could hunt them for, I think it was big and small leather, or rough and fine hides, something like that, I think it was. I'm pretty sure you could hunt the other one, the deers and so too. I would need to check it. I thought it would work, but hey. Ah yes, the wolves. For its hides, for its leathers, because you kind of wanted to have that. That's another point actually. In this game, there are still resources, right? But look how many resources I have. I don't even know what to do with them. You got much too much resources. Maybe at the very beginning or so, there was a moment where I was like, yeah, maybe I would like to upgrade something. Well, it wasn't for me like that. I had it quite a few times. Oh, where did it go? Yeah. I did quite a few times that I couldn't upgrade everything. That I was having a few resources that I was missing. Or, for example, maybe at the dye trader, right? I couldn't buy all the skins. something like that, you know? And this is just not the case here. You always have enough resources for everything. Oh. Alright, great. So, that basically makes it completely useless, you know? Because why even have resource management when you have unlimited amount of resources? And at least for me, it didn't feel like that in the first game. I mean, not for everything, of course, right? But for at least for quite a few of the higher stuff, I was often missing a few resources here and there. And that's why then I specifically went out of my way. You fucker! I ran into that. Out of my way, and actually was looking for certain items, looking for certain resources, so that I maybe then, you know, sorry, maybe then I had to, enough. Of course, I only played. I didn't finish the game. I mean, that's a point for me too. Yeah, for example, a special wood, a special other resource, something like that. And that's just not the case here at all. And it makes you wonder, why even have resource management or resources at all, right? When you always have enough for everything. I mean, I remember, for example, in the first game, with the dice, I didn't have enough dice to buy everything, right? That's one of my points. But in here, I got hundreds of dice. I don't even know what to do with them. And I already bought everything I could. So that's another general critique, let's say. Like I said, it wasn't as bad as for me in the first game, mostly because of the rare wood. But I have no resource issues at all, you know. And then again, why do you even have it, you know? Just let it upgrade by simply money or so. No need to have it. The other thing, I'm not sure how that is. You played that game too, right? And I think you played it on hard or even lethal or so, right? Let's go in that direction and check it out. What else is there? I might be remembering that incorrectly, right? But I was thinking it was like that when you countered someone basically, hit him 2 or 3 times, and then they were usually dead. Something like that, right? Usually. Because in here, at least when I played on hard, which I now officially quit, it was like I parried someone, hit him 3, 4, 5, 6 times, he's still alive. And I parried the next one, hit him 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 times, he's still alive. Yeah, it doesn't really do shit. I mean, yeah, you break their stance, but they have up to 10 hits that you need to hit them so that they finally die. And I thought that was different in the first game, that they weren't as tough. Because there are like 10 people around you, you know, and you are like, okay, I countered him, good, hit him, and oh, he's still alive. Well, shucks, there's still 10 people around me, you know. And then you do it again. Now, I mean, that's again probably part of how they did the hard mode in this game. Like I said, I think they overdid it with the HP and so on and so forth. But it really feels like they take so much hit points, so much health. And that makes the fights bad. Because if you have 10 people around you, and you can't kill any of them quickly, because they need 10 hits or something like that, then it kinda sucks, you know? Huh, how can I go up there? This is here, right? I mean, the wind shows in the direction at least. Yeah. And if you can't, so then basically you can't pick anyone quickly down. So you're still surrounded, and that in the end is pretty bad, I think. Okay, so I'm just assuming that these rocks are going to get destroyed somehow, and then you can probably go into this shrine thingy. Probably shrine thingy. What else? Yeah, side quests, right? I mean, the side quests in Tsushima were not amazing, I guess, but they were fine enough. It was mostly like, hey, help me Mongols, right? And you beat the Mongols down, and we're like, yeah, okay, that's fitting, that makes sense, right? Most of the time. There's lethal mode. I was playing on hard, but after the last boss, I said, no, fuck it. I'm playing on medium now. Because the hard mode here is basically like lethal. I got maxed out armors, multiple ones. 2 hits on hard, I'm dead. Enemies take 6 to 10 hits if they got any armor. And they kill you in 2 hits. Even normal enemies. Could be. Mostly traders and so on, right? I think. It's not about who you kill. It's more like how the quests itself are. Because every single time you got a Ronin with you, because maybe they were already hired, or maybe you saw him on the mission or so, then every single time, and I mean every single time, they betray you. I had like 10 missions, or 10 quests where Ronin was with me, and every single time they either ran away or backstabbed me. Every single time. Yeah, and every single time, when you find or need to help someone that is wounded, they're going to be attacked at the end of it. Every single time. And many quests, when you start them, you know already how they will end immediately when you start them. It's kind of crazy how predictable it is. I mean, it's still beautiful, right? And if you like Tsushima, you probably want to try it too, simply to play it something like Tsushima in a new setting. But Tsushima is clearly the better game in my opinion. There also are a few things that you accept in the first game, because it was the first game, right? Like weird movements, or if you try to jump on something, you glide around or so, and that's still in the game. That hasn't gotten better, sadly. Instead of haikus, you know, where you had different haikus, and you could select what you take and could make funny combinations or so, you got this art thingy, this picture thingy, where you need to use your PS5 controller, maybe also PS4. Hey Hamster, have you ruined the original? No, the original was pretty good, I think. I liked it quite a bit. But I think this here is definitely a bit worse than the original. Because it's a bit... the touchpad, yes, you need to use the touchpad to draw. Basically, they show a line on the painting thingy, and you need to roughly draw that, and then she draws the next picture thingy. And that's definitely, clearly not as good as the haikus of the first game. Another thing what you could do, right, in the first game, you could go to activities, let's say, I don't know, shrines or so, and could say, hey, show me shrines, locked it in as the wind, right? And as long as you had that locked in, every time you looked for the wind, it showed you that, right? And in here, you need to play music for what you want to have. And it's only working once, and then you need to play music again. Like I said, it has a few nice things, like you can pick up weapons and throw them at enemies, which is very funny. And I definitely like that you have different weapons instead of just styles. But besides that, I really like everything else better than from in the first game. The plot itself is classical revenge. Very classical revenge. That doesn't have to be bad, of course. And I think the general plot, if you like revenge, liking the old spaghetti western, let's say, it's quite fine. It's quite fun. But the quests, the side quests, they are really terrible. Like, really terrible. Sure, they're just slop quests, basically, to do here and there. But, you know. Ah yeah, we don't have that here, Hamster. It's really like a spaghetti western, like the Dirty Seven or something like that. There was a bad bandit group. And they hurt me in the past, and now I'm going to murder them all. Doo-doo-doo. It also is fun, because a few of the songs are very clearly from those spaghetti westerns. Like... I can't select it here. Ah, here. Here are 2 songs, and remember the chords. You can basically immediately hear a very famous old spaghetti western in that. Yeah, that also is one of my parts. You don't really have that here at all. What I'm kind of missing a little bit is that basically she's a woman with swords, right? And so far it was basically mentioned 3 or 4 times maybe. I was thinking that would be talked about much more often, like, hey, you're a woman on your own and you have weapons? But that is like, huh, I guess you're a woman. That's basically not mentioned at all. Which is something I would expect to be paraphrased much more often, right? Theoretically funny is also you still got the climbing, right? The wall climbing. I think she's okay actually. I mean, she's no beauty, but she's also not super ugly or so. She's just a person, which is fine by me. No, I mean, like I said, she is not beautiful, but of course she also doesn't have any makeup or so, right? She's like 34 or so, and 44, and she looks like that. I think that's not terrible. Yeah, she's no 19-year-old beauty, but she's not exactly ugly either for her age, I think. I think it's fine, you know? But yeah, in general, I thought that the fights were over more quickly in Tsushima, and I think that was fitting better. Especially since you're so often surrounded, you know. And if you're surrounded and you can't kill the enemies quickly, then the fights suck every single time.
いらんからってあんたも母を説得してくれないか。この年で盗人を追うって言うんだ。
わしの年がなんだって。まあたまには息子の顔も立ててやろう。
Ah, that's kind of true. It took a while until you got all the gear and equipment, right? That's actually another issue. Basically, you got all the equipment, all the movement skills from the start, which is great, right? But they also don't teach you. But they actually also don't teach you how it works. You can't expect it to know that. An even better part of this is the very first fight that you have, right? As in the intro, basically, to show you the game and so on and so forth. It's against a small, pretty easy-ish boss. The problem is, the tutorial, how you fight, is after that. So in theory, if you play the game for the first time, you have, or like me after a long time, you have no idea how parry or dodge works. Because the game doesn't tell you that. In the very first fight, I died like 12 times at the very beginning because I didn't know how to freaking dodge or parry. And that you only have the tutorial after that is an interesting choice. Heal a myth? Ah, sure, why not? Why couldn't you have done that earlier? Right, so who's the storyteller here? Did you? No. Did you? The greatest artist of his time. It's probably not you, right? These are the Ainu traders. That is the girl that waits for her sister or so. I already thought it wasn't you. Hey, where's the storyteller? Not you. So yeah, it's still a very beautiful game. And if you liked Tsushima, you probably like that too. But it somehow feels like that the things that they tried to do differently didn't really work out. And in the end, I think it's a worse game than Tsushima. Ah, that's storyteller, right? Could you start? Need to sit? Yeah. Ah, yeah, that will probably take a while, right? I think that's currently an exclusive or so. I think. So I guess it will come out in a year or two maybe, and then it needs to be correct too. And I think by then it will also have a proper price, right? Like maybe $50, $40 or so. If you don't get it from your VR uncle. But I thought only children fight.
貫いた山の向こうに突き立ち、そこにはヨモギが生い茂ったという。その地を囲う洞穴には人が寄りつかなくなった。血に飢えたカムイが住み着いたからだ。おきくるみの矢を求めて多くが山へ入ったが、戻った者はいない。
I don't even want to speak their name. Opusnupuri, maybe? Maybe.
山をも貫く矢とは本当にあるなら手に入れたいな。
肉体の山にあるって聞いたよ。白い花畑の先に道があるって。でも行っちゃダメなんだ。
言っちゃダメなのはガキだけだ。
Are you sure? Because they said only children fight, and you fight, so that makes you a child, right? Surely I know best in that regard. Well, oh, this is okay. Maybe now we can access here? This territory? It was blocked earlier, right? Ah yeah, also, and I think there was in Tsushima too, but it didn't feel as much like that. Basically, it's very gamey, this game here, right? Like, there's an important enemy, you cannot assassinate him no matter what. Or, there's exactly one single entry to the base, which means you have to do a stupid action here or there, and you can't just, I don't know, scale upwards or so. It's very gamey in that regard. There's always a game solution, and you basically cannot think outside of the box because they haven't made a way to deal with that. And I think that is the same as in Tsushima, but I was just kind of hoping that for the second game they would maybe allow alternative ways to do stuff. Also, I think I said earlier, right, that every time you start a quest, you already know how it ends, and I think a big part are these game rules. Because if every single time you read something, you have a quest and you know, I need to go in there because reason, and there's no other way, and I need to infiltrate it, I'm probably going to find out. Stuff like that. And if you had an alternative way, then maybe it wouldn't be as bad, you know? Your trails nearby is, well, maybe. Reporn. I mean, that's the stories. Of course, right? You can actually skip all of them, I think, or nearly all of them. But even then, there is not much. Like the intro we had to this mythical quest here right now, right? That actually was one of the longest intros. Normally, it's much quicker, and you can usually also always skip them too. So in theory, you can just ignore everything. So you can just say, I don't care, and lead me to the game yellow marks or white marks or so, you know. Oh fuck, I missed that one. Okay. Ah yeah, the climbing, right? Climbing is just like in the first game. The poor fingers to climb that, right? And for some reason, everyone can climb like that. There were like 3-4 other people that are not even fighters. They too were climbing these things like it was nothing, man. I mean, that's not a big thing, right? But still. You see that and... What the hell is going on, you know? Why can't everyone rock climb like that? But yeah, it's still fun to play if it weren't for the HP of the enemy since they got so much, at least on hard mode.
どこにあるか知ってるか
So I would really advise you do not play this on hard mode or lethal mode. It's ridiculous how much HP the enemies have there and how many hits you need to do there to bring them down. Oh yeah, and you could do this here too. They teach you that, or you could also simply skip it. You see the button there, right? But even if you don't skip it, I mean, right now I could skip it, but sometimes they talk during that and then you can't skip it, or rather, you need to wait until they finish with their talking here. And I guess it's nice that you have the options to do that. Again, with the controller and the touch buttons on and so forth. But, you know. Not like you need to do that. Yeah, right now, normally I could skip it, but since this guy wants to talk, I cannot skip it.
飯
Or
を食う
rather,
場合
I
か
cannot skip until they finish talking.
悪いカムイにはとんと縁がなくてな。お主とは違う。
But yeah, it's still a ghost game, but in my eyes, just slightly worse than the first game.
一つ聞きたい。どう
Also
して
because they overdid it with the enemies.
山をうがつほどの力で俺の仇を成敗したい。悪党の人殺しを。
なるほど。して、それを
なるほど。
何を失う覚悟だ？
すべてだ。
よくわかった。来なさい。
Because of course, old man in the mountains knows about mythical quest, right?
だが何が起きても
Because again,
私は知らん。
every single quest, you know as soon as you start it or as soon as you see someone in the quest, what will happen.
だが
It's
何が起きても
very predictable.
私は知らん。
Yeah. And I just wish it wouldn't be always that way. That not
死なん。死なん。
that not every single Ronin betrays me, right? For example.
風が強くなった。
That they wouldn't have as much tropes all the times. But hey. It's still fun at least to play it once, like I said. And even though I wouldn't say it's a day one buy,
アイヌの落とし物か。
it's definitely a game that you should try out or play when it's on sale.
血が新しい。何があったんだ。
Oh no! I'm surprised the bear attacked us. And the
棒の音だ。
myth is about a bear, and you already had the bear earlier.
クマはどこだ。
Bear's hungry. Can you jump up there? I can't jump right now at all. Weird. Oh, I need to talk to him first, I guess.
打ち込んだのに
Yeah, that's how I felt with the
襲われ
enemies.
たのか。
道に迷い休もうとしたら見つかっちまった。
それで
鉄砲では歯が立たなかった。
なぜだ。相手は獣だろう。
獣じゃないぞ。あれは物の毛だ。
Can I fight now, please?
ここから出ねえと。
No, let me fight it! Oh, what? I got insta-killed? Game, what the fuck?
仕事あるはずだ。
The bear will continue on the morale improves. Oh, can I shoot it from here? In theory. But I guess it's not allowed to die. Because that's the thing, right? Normally you would say, yeah, would be a clever way to kill the thing here, right? Wrong. You're not allowed to do that after all. I can't see shit because there's so much fog here. Can I jump over there? Yes, apparently I can. Okay, Lucky is already going live, so we have some more minutes until we will go live for real, I guess. So let's try to finish that, and then we raid Lucky. Let me guess, we need to get the arrow, and then thanks to the arrow we can kill the bear. Yeah.
おお、死んでおらんか。
あのクマ何なんだ。
ここのホラー穴に住まう悪いカムイだ。傷つき、汚れた。
カムイ？
ふん。おきくるみの矢だけがあやつを仕留められる。
そう。
So?
その矢はどこにあるんだ。
頂を目指し、よもぎの生えるところを探せ。雪も降れぬ場所だ。
山頂のよもぎの生えるところだな。どうやってここまで来たか聞いてもいいか。
言っただろう。わしは悪いカムイには縁がないのだ。だがお主の恐れはあやつの好物。
矢を探しに行く。ここにいろよ。
この下を進め。気をつけろよ。命を落とすぞ。
Do we need to run from the bear? Even up there? I guess so, right? That's the only thing that would make sense for this game after all. I think I saw... Oh, I knew it. So where do we even need to go? Can I hide? So there's no snow or mugwort, right? I think it doesn't see me. So if you see the arrow, I wouldn't mind you guys telling me that. There's probably somewhere behind the bear, because, you know, a game like that. Okay, it's basically patrolling here. So... can properly sneak past. Oh, where is it? Oh. Because of course. Would be too easy if you could just take it from here, right? Oh, come on! I thought it would be here. Oh, no, there is it. Is that it? No. Where is it? I didn't see shit! So, did you guys see it? Because I didn't. I didn't see shit. I also didn't see any other way. Don't worry. Basically, we need to find some arrow, and apparently there's somewhere where there's no snow or so. Hold on. There's fire up there. Ah, I understand, I think. That's the way to go. Yeah. Is he live already? He is. Okay, I try to finish that. We should be really close. And then the raid. Oh, why are you up there suddenly? You fucker of a bear. It's 6 slot? Yeah, okay, then it's... Then who cares? Hahaha! Fuck off, bear. It's 6 of the worst some more time, but still. Could you please go somewhere else, fucking bear? Could you please not go after me? I see a fire up there, so that's probably the way I need to go. Oh, you fucking bear! Too slow. From here? No, not like that apparently. He? Here. That must be it. Of course we will be finding a beer down here. Because of course we will. Yeah, take it! Protect the god. Just take it. Can I take it now? Can I kill it now? Oh, you again. The elk thingy.
痛みに耐えていたんだな。辛そうだ。
もはや生きることも死ぬこともママならお主が持つ矢は争いを断つためのもの。このカムイの苦しみも断ってやろう。
Can I use it now, please? That was anticlimactic.
終わった。
このカムイがカムイも知りへ無事導かれんことを。
あいつほど荒ぶった獣は初めてだ。
傷を負えばなりふり構っていられなくなるものだ。傷を癒す術を見つけられればよかったのだが。
Yeah, we're improved bear can die.
安くは言えね
And of course,
たやすくはない。
double speak about her or us, because she's in pain too when her family was killed and blah blah.
楽しかったぞ、アツよ。
名乗った覚えはないが。
では、夢で見たのかな。
And I guess he will become a stag or so. Or just vanish. He's clearly some kind of god also.
よもぎの矢だ。
これは争いを断つためのものだろう。俺の腕ではうまく扱えないと思ってな。
Wanna bet he was a Kamui himself?
アイヌの男に悪いカムイに縁がないそうだ。
その人はおきくるみかもしれないね。
See?
アイヌの伝承を信じるシサムをおかしく思ったんだろう。教えたいことでもあったのかね。
教わったよ。
You always know how it ends. Charm of true aim. That's kinda interesting actually. That we got such a charm. Alright, but let's still go on Red Lucky now, because I'm going to watch him too now, even though it's 6 club. But I think he's close to finishing. And tomorrow no stream, because I'm going to watch Tron, another slop movie. We'll continue with this though on Sunday. So I hope you still had a little bit of fun, and maybe see you there. Bye bye.